His knuckles were white. Tim, my best friend, was staring at a chunk of chocolate like it was the only thing that mattered in the world. His eyes, usually full of laughter, were dark and hungry. I saw it first. "Tom," he hissed, his voice a low growl I'd never heard before. "That means it's mine. All of it." My heart sank. It was never about the candy. We were standing at a crossroads. He was my brother in everything but blood, but he was drawing a line between us. I was about to learn that our friendship had a price, and it was wrapped in gold foil. I had no idea that a secret tucked inside would change both of our lives forever. He made his choice that day, and in doing so, sold his soul for a candy bar. Tim and I grew up inseparable in small-town Oak Valley. We shared everything, secrets, dreams, and troubles. But his family always had it tougher, and he had a hunger for more that I didn't quite understand until that day. We found the chocolate bar, a rare Goliath bar, under a park bench. My first and only thought was to split it 50-50. That was the rule, but Tim broke it. He snatched the bar, claiming it was his. After a short, ugly argument, he finally, angrily, broke it in two. It was a jagged, unfair split. He kept the massive pieces for himself and tossed me a pathetic sliver. I took my small piece and managed a sad smile. "Okay, Tim," I said, "if that makes you happy." He devoured his piece greedily. As he chewed, a small, stiff piece of cardstock fell from the thickest part of the bar and fluttered to the ground. It was a golden ticket, the grand prize in a national contest, a full scholarship to a prestigious business academy, plus $50,000 in seed money. It was a one-way ticket out of our town, a whole new life. Tim stared at the ticket, his eyes wide. I saw a flicker of guilt, but it was instantly swallowed by a triumphant grin. He had one. He stuffed the ticket in his pocket and, without another word, ran, leaving me with a tiny piece of chocolate and the bitter taste of betrayal. If you've ever had a friendship tested, hit that like button for me. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss incredible stories like this. Tim was gone within a month. No one knew our story. I never told them. I just watched my best friend leave to start a life he'd stolen. The years passed. I'd hear whispers of his meteoric rise, a tech mogul in a glass house, featured in magazines. Meanwhile, I stayed. I took over my dad's struggling hardware store after he got sick. It wasn't easy, but I built my business on people, not deals. I learned every customer's name. I sponsored the Little League team. My life wasn't flashy, but it was honest, and it was mine. I got married, had kids, and found a richness that money can't buy. Then, about 15 years later, the whispers about Tim changed. His company, built on risky deals, was in trouble. Then came the news of his bankruptcy. He lost everything. One cold afternoon, the bell above my hardware store door jingled. I looked up, and my heart stopped. It was Tim. He was a ghost in a rumpled, expensive suit. The confidence was gone, replaced by the weary look of a defeated man. He looked around my store, at the happy customers, the photos of my kids on the wall. "You built all this," he said, his voice a hoarse whisper. "It's real." His eyes filled with tears. "That ticket was a curse, Tom," he confessed. Every success felt like a fraud, because I knew how it started. I built my life on a rotten foundation, and it finally collapsed, just like I always knew it would. He pulled a tattered wallet from his pocket and produced the laminated golden ticket. He slid it across the counter to me. "It was always half yours," he choked out. "I'm sorry." I looked at the ticket, this symbol of so much pain. Then at the broken man who had been my other half. I pushed the ticket back to him. "I don't need that, Tim," I said softly. "My life is already rich." He broke down sobbing, right there in the middle of my store. I came around the counter and put my hand on my old friend's shoulder. "Forgiveness isn't a switch you flip. It's a road you decide to walk." And for us, it started right there, with the quiet understanding that the greatest treasures can't be held in your hands. Our choices, no matter how small, set our paths. Greed offers a shortcut, but it leads to a lonely place. Integrity is a longer road, but it leads you home. May you always have the wisdom to know what is truly valuable and the heart to share it.